Okay, so anyway, I should say hello, viewers. Mia, do you want to explain? Yep.
For some odd reason, somebody here wanted me to teach them German.
Indeed.
Sorry, you can continue your sentence.
I was just about to say I really didn't mean to get through quite this much alcohol. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
How reliable are things like the trains sticking to the timetables in Germany? I mean, I hear good things.
Depends. Usually our trains are right on point, but then we have those weird moments where our train drivers decide now would be a good time to play a little trick on all those train traveling people
Okay.
and, well, start a strike.
Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that I can understand. The reason being was that when I booked the train tickets, because there's about I think there's 3 legs to the journey, because I'm traveling from Stuttgart to Liechtenstein, and there isn't a direct train, and I have to change. I think it's 3 times anyway, but one of the legs of the journey, Deutsche Bahn, um, gave me the connection, the option that they gave me, this that sort of fitted with all of the other bits of connections and stuff. I didn't notice, but requires me to change part way, and they only allow 3 minutes from the train that I'm arriving, and the train that I'm leaving on departing.
Do you remember the name of the train station with that time limit? Because I can tell you if you need to move underground to reach the right platform or not. And if you have to move underground, you need to be very quick.
I figured that Deutsche Bahn offered me this as just a standard. I said, get me from here to there, and they said, use this train. And then when I looked at it, it had a connection in it at a particular station. So I figure it must be within the realms of normal possibility, otherwise they wouldn't have offered it.
It is in the realms of normal possibilities, but beware on German train stations, it usually is very busy and very quick unless you're traveling on a weekend.
It is a weekend.
Then it's cramped and full.
We are, let's see, flying in on a Friday to Stuttgart, and then traveling to Liechtenstein on the Saturday. Then on the Sunday we travel from Liechtenstein back to Stuttgart, and then we fly back out on the Monday from Stuttgart back to Manchester. And I hope that's properly, yeah, it's still connected. Good, good.
That sounds tedious.
That's just the kind of, like, it's very easy.
Yeah, I know people like that.
Yeah.
For instance,
Road trip.
yeah, kind of. A few years back, I accidentally won a weird trip to Turkey. It was terrible. I didn't like it at all. We kind of toured most of Turkey within 5 days, and it was painful. I didn't like it at all. I mean, I only stayed at a hotel for one night max.
Oh, wow, gosh. Okay, yeah, that's painful. I do like to make sure I stay in a hotel every night. It's to actually sleep on the road is, yeah, that's a bit tough.
Yeah. And breakfast there was terrible too.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just me not liking their food, but
maybe.
I wasn't very happy with it.
Let me just check. I think I might have inset that thruster one more than I needed to. Yeah, I have. Okay, let's bring that.
I didn't know it seemed... Okay, never mind.
Need to be a bit closer. Yeah, that's the only thing I've not done so far for that trip is to book the hotels.
Maybe you should do that, not that you'll end up without a hotel.
Yeah, I'll because I wanted to sort out the sort of travelling arrangements first and make sure I had all those right. so that I knew exactly where I was going to be on what day and things. But yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, it's a remarkably cheap trip.
Well, on the weekend, traveling with the Deutsche Bahn can be very cheap. You
Oops.
can travel all over Germany for just 29 euros on a weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then again, you'll be forced to use the most horrible connections there are.
Ah,
Unless you get lucky. The problem with the weekend ticket that just costs 29 euros is that they'll give you whatever is available.
yeah.
And most of the time, it's those crumby trains that nobody really likes.
Yeah. Do you know, I was talking about this with colleagues at work because I've travelled by in hang on, let me get my English the right way round. Um, I have travelled by train in Germany before, and I know that there are several classes of train, and there are because people in the
Can you
U
name them all?
oh God, my oxygen's low. I'm going to run away. Um, Probably not, but
Okay,
I've travelled
start.
on at least three of them.
Okay, name at least those.
Mm,
It's easy.
They were like A, B, C, and D in
No,
my head.
in your head.
Yeah.
And what does ABCD stand for?
Okay, so the A was like the I don't know why I'm thinking ISA for some reason, but that might be a different language. There was the international class of train, which is what everybody thinks of when they think of German trains. Well, at least in the UK, they say, "Oh,
The
German trains are
Intercity
lovely."
Express,
Uh-huh.
ICE,
Ah,
ICE.
say that again.
That's the most famous class of train we have.
Right.
It's the quickest one too,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So that's what people think of, which in the UK would be the equivalent of something like our Virgin West Coast Main Line, just a little bit posher. Um, and then there's all of the others.
All of the others. We
Yeah.
have the fast ones, and then you just toss the rest into the bin.
Well, no, because then you have your sort of not your intercity, not your big intercity trains, but the ones that do sort of interregional, which are like your B
That
class
is the
trains.
Interregional Express. Interregio Express, IRE.
Okay.
You
In
see, but the problem is that you kind of just skip one there.
ah.
Because just like we have an intercity express, we
Mhm.
also have a normal intercity. It's the same
Oh
thing, it just
yeah.
stops at every stop.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
goes for the interregio
Mhm.
regional express. We also have an IR one, just
Right.
one that stops at every little crumbly village that nobody
Mhm.
likes. And then it gets even worse.
Yeah. Now I have been on the sort of the lowest, the most. How do you describe that? The most local of trains, the ones that where they're
The
like
shittiest.
they're the equivalent of the English pacer for anyone who knows their English trains, which is a class
That
of
was
train that
the
we are trying to get rid of.
remote control block.
Yeah, yeah, I'm moving it. Oops.
Okay, just
Don't
want to
worry,
make
I'm
sure.
not gonna get rid of it. I want to use that space for a thruster, so I am gonna put the remote block one forwards or backwards, forwards. So the remote block is gonna go here. Yeah. Have I got it on 9? Yes, I have. So it's going there. Fine. Yeah, yeah, and it's they're almost like trams, but they're not quite. And they're very sort of. The thing I most remember was the baskets on the one that I was on. I've only ever been on one, um, and it was there was sort of. I remember the seats were okay, but there was baskets everywhere. You had baskets for your bags and your luggage and things, and people actually used it because they're quite small and so people get on and they actually put their bags and things in the baskets. Nobody put their bag on a seat or anything.
Yeah, though I think you're currently describing an interregio,
Yeah?
an interregional, regional, the second lowest one
Ah, so would that be one up from the one that you're referring
is
to?
the shittiest.
Right.
Yes.
Because I'm sure that the place where I was traveling to only had that, what I was thinking of, the D class train, the fourth class.
Ah, yeah, that sounds about what I'm describing there.
Mm.
So you see, for the lowest class, you need to imagine a tram for
Yeah,
traveling around your city, just something that stops every
yeah,
100 meters.
indeed. Except
And
our
then just let it drive through the entire bloody countryside and stop every 100 meters. There's one house. Why does it need to stop there?
yeah. That's exactly like what I'm thinking. Except, I mean, our trams are actually a little bit posh. I travel by tram every day, and yeah, our trams are actually quite nice.
Well, trams are usually nice, but they're getting ridiculous if they stop every 100 meters somewhere in nowhere.
Hmm.
And you see, the worst part about this is I was traveling by train to Mase, a city that's fairly close to where you're passing by.
Yeah.
And on my ticket, I have the option, kind of like you, I had around 4 minutes to change trains.
Uh-huh.
And I was running out of my train and quickly got into the other train. And I was having, oh well, a nice time there, but after a few minutes I realized that train wasn't moving. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
And then I realized that I ran to the wrong platform, and in the
Oh,
meantime, my actual train was currently heading out on the other one.
oh,
The problem was that both trains went to the same place. The
oh.
difference is one was an interregional express, and I was sitting in one of those trams that go through the countryside.
Oh God.
A
Oh,
journey that should have taken me around 20 minutes took me 2 hours to complete.
right. That is a very valuable lesson for me to learn from you. Thank you very much. Because
Don't go into
don't do
blue
that.
trains.
Okay, so it's blue trains. I have to make every single connection. Um, because although some of the connections are very comfortable, apart from that one where there's 3 minutes, the rest of them are maybe an hour or something.
Oh God.
Not much more than that.
Have
There's
fun, it's very boring on a train station.
Oh, I like train stations. Sorry, I'm a
Me
geek.
too, they usually have the nicest restaurants there,
Yeah,
at least from what I gathered from travelling there.
and you don't need to stay in the train station. You can like
You
travel
need to stay in the
outside.
train station.
Why?
I made the mistake of leaving it once. It was only once.
And what was the consequence of leaving the train station?
Well, I tried finding a restaurant because usually in the train station those restaurants are a bit more expensive compared
Okay.
to others. So I was walking around the area of the train station trying
Yeah.
to find a cheaper one
Uh-huh.
because I had like an hour of waiting time.
Yeah.
And long story short, I missed my train again.
Oh.
I was running into the train station and just sort of moving out on the platform number one. And I was just standing behind the glass door that led to the platform.
Oh dear.
It was very nice. And then it took me a few hours to get a new ticket.
Ah.
So
Well-
don't leave the train station.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty good at that kind of thing, but knowing that there can be more than one train going to the same place is very useful information, because I would be prone to seeing a train going to where I want it to go and automatically jumping on it. That is the kind of thing I might do. So I now know not to do that and to make sure that I'm getting on the right type of train.
What's also very important Those trains can both depart from roughly the same platform.
Okay.
So take, for instance, you have that one very slow train,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the a bit faster train.
Mm-hmm.
They can both leave from platform number 4,
Right.
and they both lead to the same place. The only
Um,
difference is one is called 4-1 and the
yeah.
other one is called 4-2. So
Ah.
make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you look out for that.
Yeah.
But we're kind of
Get that.
getting into a travel guide here, not into a German lesson.
Sorry. Distracting you.
No, it's fine. You can continue. I mean, that means less work for me.
Mm-hmm. Let me just I'm moving that over there so that I can put a thruster here. Okay, and then I put 2 thrusters there.
You know, I'm a bit
Yep.
disappointed of you all.
What? Who? When you say all,
You all the people who are littering up the server,
it's not me. I
including
wasn't doing
you.
it. Wasn't me. I didn't do it.
It was you. At least it was.
It
I
probably
mean,
was.
really, it wasn't all of you. That's the problem. It's been so long ago that I've gifted you this wonderful head here, and he still doesn't have an eye patch or something.
I know. That should be fixed.
Not right now, though.
No, not right now. Need to think about where to put the upward facing thrusters when I've got those gyroscopes there. I suppose I don't need 3 gyroscopes on this tiny little ship.
You could try it out right now.
Well, it's got all this stuff on the end. 2 will control it, so let's just put... If it needs more, I can put the other
Shouldn't it
back.
also need an ore detector?
Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, I'll put one of those on. Just get rid of these. Okay, so you're gonna teach me something else to say.
Oh, right. I was supposed to work.
Yeah.
Okay, things that I can teach you. I'm currently slowly realizing I don't even have my own space engineer set to German. See, when was the last time you ended an episode?
Oh, I didn't. I have no idea. I haven't been timing it. I'll just split it up. What did I come here for? Thrusters.
Probably also radio and detector components.
Yeah, might need to make a detector component. Don't think we've got any in there. Yep. Don't think you need radio components for a... oh, what's it need? Oh no, it's done it.
No, right, you don't need one.
Yeah.
That
For
was a
small ship.
beacon.
Don't think you even need radio components for a small ship beacon, do you? Just for a large ship.
I don't know, I don't build many small ships.
Ah.
I usually build a station, and then I stay there forever. But then suddenly people start knocking against my door, trying to bother me with their weird made-up religions about holy mystery boxes, Boris, and other Turkey-related things.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I've lost this detector component. I just made it. Where's it gone? Detect. I made it. Where did it go?
Did you put it in your pocket?
No, not me. I didn't. Damn it. Let's have a look at which... right. Salsa assembler. See,
It's not in this system.
Is that on disassemble? Okay, right, now we've got it. Is it in the system now? There it is. Okay. Fine. Where did I leave the ship? The little ship. There we go. Right, viewers, thank you for watching. See you again. Bye!
That was all still part of the recording?